us. Okay, have we got any questions? Go for it, guys. Sorry, I don't know your name. Do you want to go first? Okay, so it's a good question. So I've never cut any ties. I just use the second E, which is the environment, right? So I put myself now into an environment that I know that everybody knows my story, just like this right now. I know that everybody in this room knows that I had a problem. I was a substance abuse addict for 18 years, and nobody out of respect for me is going to offer me a drink, right? So I have made that very apparent to a lot of people. But at the beginning, I was very scared of doing that. I was very scared of opening up and being honest with people. So I still do speak to them. I still do go out, believe it or not, on the night out with the lads and stuff like that. I just know where I'm at. I just know I'm so grounded right now that I must never go back to that way. And these are the reasons why I'm doing this speech right now, because it reinforces more to me what I'm doing is right for me. And this is all about me, right? It's all about me. It's not about anybody else but me. So did that answer your question? Cool. Catherine first, sorry. The first thing is, for me, is stopping it before it gets to that point. Depending on what point you were meaning, just being open and honest with yourself is the key factor. Because remember, guys, this is not about anybody else. This is our life. We make the decisions, we make the choices, and it's us that can change all them. So the first thing is admitting that you have a problem. You admit that there is some sort of help that you need, and then go and finding the right help. You know, go into a counselor, go into a personal lifestyle coach, go into a friend that you really trust that has been there, or in the end, coming to us at Uplift and asking us for help. That answer your question? Christopher. Well, for me, for my journey, I want to be, you know, I'll be honest with you, I want to be a personal lifestyle coach in the next 3 to 5 years where I change people's lives. I mean, I have a mission this year, and it's to change 1,000 people's lives in 2022. That's what I want to do. And if that is just talking to someone where they come out of a little bit of anxiety, depression, whatever it is, or they're struggling with a bereavement, doesn't matter what it is. Like, as long as I can help them, there's no scale for me to like achieve that, but that's a goal I have. So where I see myself in 3 to 5 years is being an innovational speaker, talking about my story, getting it out there, the charity doing really good things in the future, constantly continuing growing, potentially getting married, potentially having kids, you know, and just having the best life ever, you know. She keeps laughing at me. Yeah, and that's where I see myself going. Still being a business owner and still doing these amazing things that I really, really, truly believe that I have done in the last 12 months for me to change. I mean, a lot of people have seen me on a different side. They see one side of it and they see me on a different side of it. So. Well, thank you very much for that. Thank you. Any other questions? Yes. Okay, now we're going. We're rolling. We've got the ball rolling now. Come on. Right, we'll go with yourself. I forgot your name. Sorry. Okay, right now, at the minute, we're just signposting at the minute for Uplift. So when we do create the actual page, the website, at the minute, we've got the Facebook page going up, and it's going to be just signposting to where you can go for immediate help right now. In the future, we are wanting to be, well, we will be a charity that is going to help support skydivers originally and at the beginning and direct them into the right help. So example, if you come and you have a bereavement or something like that, or you're depressed or something, you can come to us. And if we choose and we know that you need the financial help, we will then, as a charity, pay for your first sessions to go and see a therapist or a counsellor. It also may mean that you just come and speak to one of the people that are in personal lifestyle coaching, or also to do with spirituality. If you've ever been to Reiki, we can direct you into Reiki masters and stuff like that. So, and it's just a general kind of ballpark because everybody's different, right? Everybody is different. And right now, it's going to be an amazing thing, but we're just kind of finding our feet and we're moving forward with it. To answer your question. Who was next? Okay, we'll go with the lady first. I'm just going to ask a question to everybody, okay? First of all, is everybody in the room happy with me talking about that question? Because understandably, there's a lot of different people in the room. I mean, if they're not, I can talk to you privately and talk to you about that outside. But I just want to be very happy about everybody being okay with that. Okay, so the question was, when I was stood on the edge of the cliff, what was the thoughts that went through it? Okay. Actually, there wasn't one thought, and I'll simplify it. Actually, when I went to do it, I did it in the car originally, and I was adamant that I was going to do it, and the phone rung, and that's what broke the chain. That's what broke the pattern. It was the phone the phone call with my business partner on the end of the phone that actually broke the pattern to actually make me break down and cry, and that was what it was. And after that, the pattern was broken, and then I was like, "What am I doing? Stop." Get the help. And then that's when the proper process came in there. Okay. Does that answer your question? It's all good. For me, it was just finding the right support. As in, it was I just surrounded myself with the right people. And that was the environment that I put myself in. So well, I literally just realized that I needed, I just literally realized that I needed at that point when I brought down that the first person I rung from that point was my little brother. And I just cried. I literally just cried down the phone to him. And he just said, "Can you go to someone?" And I said, "Yeah." So I went to a friend of mine that unfortunately, she was here today, but she's not. And then she's not now, sorry. And I literally just cried to her and told her that this was where I was at. This was the problems I had. And I just surrounded myself until I could get my personal lifestyle coach and my counselor on the phone at that time. And then when I got them on the phone, that's when things started to develop more. Yeah, well, the first time was I thought, sod it, I'm going to take my car. You can't have my car. Because I did it by foot the first time. And then I got to the edge and thought, you know what? Okay, I'm actually going to sit back in the car because I want to take the car with me. And that was it. Because it was an easier option in my head through my thought process. Okay. Does that answer your question? Okay, cool. Next. Try and answer that in the right kind of manner as well, actually. The first bit is, like you say, no one really, it doesn't matter how many times people told me that I needed to change, I must stop drinking, or you need to stop doing that. It wasn't in my head. Like, you have to make that choice for yourself. You have to make that decision for yourself. I mean, I got a very good friend of mine that I seen it coming miles away. I was like, hey, when you're ready, because I know it's going to come, I'm going to be on the end of the phone for you. I know you've got a slight problem and you don't know what it is right now, but we know we're going down the wrong route with the drugs and the alcohol or whatever else. And I'm just going to be there when you're ready for me. And they were the only words I said. And you know what? To 1.5 months later, not even that, I got that phone call. You know? So just being there for someone. The next thing I would definitely suggest to people, if people tell you that they've got a problem or they need help, please don't shout at them. Please don't tell them that they're idiots. Please don't belittle them. Please don't put them down. I had one of my best friends that came to me and said, I'll give you anything, I'll do anything for you. You know, I'm going to support you. And when I told him, hey, by the way, I've slipped again and I've gone back on the drugs and everything else, the first thing he did was call me every name under the sun that I can't really say right now, but they're not really great words. And that's not what I needed. You know, do you not think that people in these problems already know that they're already beating themselves up? I was already beating myself up at that point. That all I needed was, hey, you know what? It's all good. How do we fix it? What's the solution? What are we going to do moving forward? You know, and anybody that comes to me and says, hey, I've got a problem or it's happened again, I go, you know what? It's all right. It's all right. It's not how quick you fall off the tracks. It's how quick you get back on the tracks. And that's the key factor. And when people put so much like kind of like empathy on I must never go back. I must never go back. But then when they go back, they're so scared to talk to other people about it. Like, and to be a supportive friend, the word supportive means by not going, oh, you're an idiot, or you're this, or you're that, you know, and we all know the words I'm trying to get out, but I can't say it. So that's one of the things I would definitely say that didn't help me when I asked for help. You know, to answer your question, yeah. Thank you. Anybody else? Yes, Phil.
Not so much a question. When you were saying about getting the first task of the day out of the way, making your bed, I seen an interview once with a soldier on TV.
That's where I got it from, Phil.
It's the fellow who's
That's where I got it from, yeah.
It's so nice getting into a made bed that he said, no matter how bad the day he has, when he goes to bed, the last thing you do at night, he says, I'm worth it. I'm worth that made bed.
Exactly.
To get into a made bed. And that's why I make mine every day.
Good. That's the reason why I changed. It's the reason why I changed. That's exactly where I got that from. I can't steal that from somebody else because I'm not going to. Anybody else? This lady here. Well, thank you very much for that. That really means a lot. Thank you. Thank you. I want to kind of touch on that a little bit as well. We started skydiving not to drink, right? We started skydiving to jump out of airplanes. So it's one of the things that I always say to myself when I you know, it's like, but thank you very much. And I really mean that. Thank you very much for saying it. Has anybody else got any questions? Okay, I'm getting a big T, so that means thank you very much, everybody, for coming to my seminar. My name is Peter Taf Mather, and I hope you enjoyed it. And if you want any questions, I can answer them in a private sector. All right? Thank you very much.